Hello and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the Aries 2021 yearly forecast reading. How are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're returning, thank you so much. Really appreciate all your support for the channel so far, and I hope you're doing really well. So this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. So Aries, we're going to be looking at what is happening for you in 2021 in both love and career. And I have tried to improve on my sound from the last few months. I've got a little microphone clipped to my jumper now, so I hope it's better. Please let me know in the comments if you can hear me all right. I hope the sound is much improved anyway. So Aries, I'm going to start by getting some general messages for you, and then we'll go into a spread. So for Aries, please, for 2021. For Aries, let's get some general messages first. For Aries, please. Aries in 2021. Okay, I thought I just dropped them, but I heard keep them. So can we get one more, please, for Aries? Aries, please, can we get one more? Can we get one more for Aries, please? Okay, or two more, all right. Okay, so let's see. Interesting, Aries, all right. So the two that came out together, the Three of Wands and the Two of Swords. So this is definitely, you could be waiting, or you could have been waiting for a while, or this could be something that you're dealing with in 2021 on someone who has not been making a decision. There may have been some sort of stalemate, or yeah, that's what I'm getting strongly. It could also be about looking out to your future, needing to make a decision about what you want to see there, which you've been trying to avoid. We'll have a look. Now we have the Star, which is a card of Aquarius. This is very beautiful, healing energy here. It's also a card of wish fulfillment and just good luck. Very positive overall, the Star. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which is really, you know, working as a team here to make a plan, get some advice, maybe build something together. So, I mean, this could go in a whole load of directions at the moment, Aries, but let's see. So there could be the need to make some sort of decision about your future, and you may need to be getting advice from other people on that. So that was the Three of Wands that just flipped again. So let me see if there's any more messages for Aries, please, for 2021. Any more general messages for Aries? Thank you. Can we get a couple more, please, for Aries? Aries in 2000. Okay, another one, please, for Aries. Okay, thank you so much. Wow, okay. So there's your card, Aries, Queen of Wands. That's your energy. So we have the Ten of Pentacles here and the Four of Cups, as well as the Queen of Wands. So the Ten of Pentacles is very, very good. In terms of money, that's money coming in. It's money being very stable and abundant. So that is very positive. Now it can also talk about a long-term relationship, having a beautiful home, you're kind of growing, you're seeing your kids grow up in front of you, that kind of thing. But what I'm getting here is more like money is going to be very good for you in 2021. Now the Four of Cups here, there is the need to maybe not miss an opportunity by being distracted by more superficial distractions of life, and there might be some sort of opportunity that is calling to you that you don't want to ignore. Or again, with this Two of Swords, maybe something you've been trying to not really look at or properly, or give your proper attention to. There may be the need to not miss that. But with the Queen of Wands here, that is definitely, you're in your power here. You can, the Queen of Wands is very confident, self-assured. She's extremely, attractive, attracting others, and also very passionate. What she's passionate about, she really goes after it. So interesting, an interesting combination here. It could be talking about with the star, some sort of, it could be kind of some wish fulfillment happening for you here. You may just need to get the advice of others this year, Aries. But let's go into your main spread and get more information. So I'm going to be doing love and work separated for you. So can we get the first 4 cards for Aries for love for 2021 and the 5th card for their advice for love for the year, and the next 4 cards for Aries in work and career in 2021, and the 10th card for their advice in this area. So the top 10 cards for Aries, please, for 2021. It's the Judgment card flipping. So for Aries, the top 10 cards for Aries, please, for 2021. Let's see. Okay, so Aries, for love, January, February, March, the world, okay, April, May and June, July, August, September, October, November, December, wow, and what is the general advice for you in love? Wow, and in work and career, January to March, okay, April to June, July to September, October to December, okay, and the overall advice, very good, interesting. End of the year, I'd say October to December is looking really positive so far, Aries, so I know that's a way off, don't worry. Bottom of the deck we have the 7 of Cups, so this is definitely needing to make a choice. But there may be some illusion involved, I want to say, some confusion or, some offer. There may be pitfalls with some sort of offer or something you need to watch out for, I'm getting. It's not all peaches and cream. I've never got from this card before, but it just came to me really strongly, so I have to say it. There could be some potential pitfalls about some sort of choice, and you're needing to see things clearly. So behind that, we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so some sort of offer that is either presenting itself to you, that you may receive some sort of message or offer, and you're kind of looking at it hesitantly, kind of worried what this might get you into. What you're going to involve yourself with if you kind of take this offer, person or whatever, up on their offer, or proceed with this this message. But so you're looking at it with curiosity but hesitant. And now underneath that we have the 7 of Pentacles. So again, this is reflecting. It's thinking about what you've invested on so far and wondering whether you're getting a good return on your investment, whether to continue investing or to stop at this point. It's definitely reflecting, and I'm getting this is quite connected in terms of you're getting an offer and you're like, okay, but what about all the hard work I've already put into something? Do I want to just give up on that? And will I be getting myself into something less successful if I take them up on their offer? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups now. So again, another message coming in. This is more of an emotional one. It can be reaching out with someone with an apology, or wanting to make some sort of little emotional gesture. It's not too much with the Page of Cups. It's just a little something. It can be to kind of, I almost get like to entice you back in. So let's see. Oh wow, and then we have the Knight of Swords behind that. A lot of messages. The Knight of Swords is expect the unexpected. It can be a situation where you need to get something off your chest, or someone else does to you. And then we have the King of Wands. So more fire energy. Also could be your energy here. Aries, or you could be dealing with another Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, possibly. But this is just very obviously action orientated, fiery, go-getter kind of energy. So I am seeing this like a lot of fast movement here. The King of Wands really goes after what he wants. He's an entrepreneur as well, so this could be about maybe you want to even you're considering starting your own company up, maybe with people you already know, or like you're considering going down that route. It's just something that came to mind, and wanting to kind of rush forward with that idea. Or if not, it's just someone very, kind of an attractive, exciting individual rushing forward, wanting to maybe even come forward to you and apologize possibly. So I'm going to get your next layer straight away, and then we'll go through everything. So this is for Aries in 2021. Please can we clarify what is already laid out with the top 10 cards for Aries in 2021. Sorry, I'm just like, it's fine. I think I was just shaking the camera there slightly, so I just had to rejig myself. So for Aries in 2021, please, can we clarify the top 10 cards? Okay. So in love for Aries, January to March. Wow. April to June, July to September, yep, October to December, another ace on top of an ace, and your advice for love. Okay, and in work, January to March, April to June, here it is again, 4 of Cups, July to September, okay. Interesting. October to December, there's that 3 of Wands again, and it flipped at the beginning. And your overall advice for work and career, Aries. Okay. Okay, so we have the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So a big shake-up coming, big changes, can be sometimes, well, nearly always unexpected change with the Tower. This is kind of established framework in your life in some way, whether that is work or love, kind of can be crashing apart. So there's the need to remain flexible and adapt here with the Tower. The Tower is always for our higher good. When this happens, we can be our comfort zone, and certainly it can be shocking and difficult change to deal with, but it's always for our good in the long run. So let's see, underneath that we have the 8 of Pentacles. So now what I'm seeing here is a situation where you've been working extremely determinedly, kind of dogged determination to keep putting the work in even when it's painful, hoping that it will pay off in the long run, knowing that you have to do the hard work, you have to get through the difficult times. So this could be how you've been feeling about possibly maybe love. Maybe you're just determined to keep putting the work in, even if it is painful at some points. And then we have the 6 of Wands. So, and that is here in your advice for your career as well. So this is definitely your value getting recognized. You're being acknowledged for your success, your sense of victory here, but definitely being seen and appreciated. I always get that with that star at the beginning, that maybe you're going to be being seen as a star this year in some respect, Aries, and really recognized for your value for sure. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Wands now, so more fast moving, fiery energy. This is acting impulsively, rushing in, no holds barred, no hesitation. It can be a little bit chaotic with this Knight of Wands, but very passionate, going after your passions. Wow. So we have the Death card. So a lot of Scorpio energy. So the Death card is major ending, which is also transformative. It can be just an ending of an old way of doing things, or it could be an ending of how you what you thought of someone, how you perceive them could be completely changed. You could be finding something out about someone that really changes your whole perspective on them, and it's like a death when that happens. But it's there with the death card. It's always like a new beginning from that. And then we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, so this is persevering against all odds kind of energy. So a lot of, with that Eight of Pentacles at the top here as well, I feel like this may be something you have already been doing, but as it's coming after the death card here, I feel like more, whatever happens, it looks like shocking change coming in for you, Aries, that you're going to persevere. You're going to keep putting the hard work in, and you know it's going to pay off eventually. It may just be a little bit tough at the time. So let's go through it. So for your love life in 2021, Aries, so for January, February, March, we have the World and the Magician. Very exciting combination, I have to say. The World, it can talk about travel, so maybe you're trying to make some travel happen at the beginning of 2021. I think a hell of a lot of us would like to make some travel happen, but if it's not that, it's more about a chapter's closing and new chapters beginning. So with the Magician, it's manifestation, it's making something happen, it's definitely taking action. So you could be trying at this time to start a new chapter in your love life. Maybe even that whole, I mean, it's very much like New Year energy. It's that whole like, let's leave what happened in 2020 in 2020. Let's start fresh. Let's make a whole new cycle happen. So in April, May and June, there is a sense of maybe being left hanging, left in limbo. There may be some sort of indecision or inaction happening with this Two of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. This is, it could be someone weighing up the pros and cons of a situation or trying to keep their balance. Now this could be you trying to keep everything balanced, but dealing with some sort of, or even trying to see something from someone else's perspective. I kind of get the feeling that you're being left hanging at this time, Aries, when it comes to love. Maybe someone puts you on pause because they need to balance something in their own life, potentially. Maybe they're trying to balance out something with work, or I don't know, but I feel like you're being left on pause at that time. Now, July, August, September, I have to say, is looks like it's pretty definitive moment for you. We've got the Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords. So for me, this is, let's look at it this way. The Ten of Swords could have been an ending that you have already dealt with at some point, maybe like a very painful ending to a relationship. And maybe at this time in 2021, you're actually going to be moving on from it in a more significant sense of closure could be happening for you about maybe something that's already ended, potentially. But if so, you're definitely going to be receiving closure around these months. You're going to be moving on to more peaceful waters for yourself. I mean, this all being air energy as well, this is very mental. So if something's been causing you a lot of pain mentally, as in like, you know, torturous thoughts about something, or just it's still been weighing on your mind. Interestingly, I don't normally get that here, but I just get this sense of, yeah, something that's caused you a lot of sadness, and now you're kind of moving on from it. Now, this could also be potentially why you feel like earlier on in the year you have to leave someone else on pause, perhaps whilst you weigh up the pros and cons of maybe a new relationship, because you needed to already move on from an ex, maybe that was still in your energy, potentially. The other thing, obviously, that could be happening around this time could be a big ending, a moment that you realise that something is actually over. It is completely done and you're moving on from it. Either way, I think it's positive though. Even if it's happening right then or it's already happened, you're moving on into clearer waters and a clearer headspace as well. In October, November and December, look at this. Once you do that moving on, then you welcome in a whole new beginning. Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. This is huge. This is very honest, truthful. With the Ace of Swords, it's an enlightenment. It's a moment of, what's the word? Illumination. And with that Ace of Pentacles, it's something tangible, something real. So something solid is happening here, or is an opportunity to happen for you at the end of the year, Aries. So this could be the offer of commitment, or moving in together, or leveling up, or it could just be the seed starting of something that could go for the long term, with that Ten of Pentacles we saw at the beginning as well. So regardless, we'll get another layer of clarification yet, but it's very positive, the end of the year. And I feel like it's after you've taken that time to properly move on from something in the middle of the year, then it's that reward, it's that brand new start for you. So in your advice, Aries, we have the High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles. So for me, so far, this is kind of saying this may be a time when you need to really listen inside. This is like very passive energy, which is not necessarily associated with Aries, but it's encouraging you to take the time to not necessarily communicate, to not take action. It's a time for inner reflection and gain some inner wisdom, and listen to your guides, even perhaps, and maybe even get more in tune with your inner spirituality. But it's definitely a time, it's like you're on a spiritual path at this time of learning and listening to your gut and your intuition. And with this Nine of Pentacles, this is a very single, independent energy. So it's almost like the times when you do find yourself alone in 2021, Aries, maybe not in a relationship as such, just use that time wisely to get more in tune with yourself. Maybe with that energy in the middle I was talking about moving on from an ex, maybe it's like really getting in tune with what is inside of you, maybe you haven't dealt with in the past. So it's a positive element of that time we find ourselves being single. So let's talk about work. So at the beginning of the year, January, February, March, we have this Four of Pentacles and then the Chariot, which is an interesting combination because the Four of Pentacles is kind of feeling like we need to hold back, maybe being a bit, we don't want to overgive, our assets, maybe, so kind of holding back. And then the Chariot is forward movement. It's overcoming obstacles, victory. So potentially, if you've been dealing in your career with someone who has been holding back from you, maybe they've been holding back promotion or a pay rise or something like this, or a bonus of some sort, then there's going to be forward movement here. There's going to be success over obstacles. Potentially also there could be we'll get more clarification as I said, but there could be the opportunity to move forward towards something in your career, and maybe you're feeling like you need to hold back and you're being quite conservative at that time. So in April, May and June, we have the Five of Cups and the Four of Cups. So the Five of Cups is disappointment. It is regret and kind of focusing on the things that have gone wrong. And then the Four of Cups is a missed opportunity. So I was kind of getting that at the beginning as well. So there is, maybe there was something that was trying to get your attention, which you didn't really give your full attention. That's all I really say. Like, you kind of ignored it. You're a bit like nonchalant about it. And now I feel like you're going to be possibly regretting it at that time. So now, obviously, this is a forecast. But what I love about tarot is that it gives us the chance to actually reflect and bear these things in mind. So we have the opportunity, we have free will, we have the opportunity to take this advice and change it. So what I would say is that although this is what it looks like at the moment, bear this in mind, because if you see an opportunity, you might want to give it your full attention, and then you won't be as disappointed at this point in the year. But let's see. So in July, August and September, we have the Page of Swords and the Fool. So again, I'm seeing there is the chance for a whole new beginning. You could be taking a leap of faith down a whole new path. Maybe because, let's just say maybe this is an opportunity that has come up by this point in April, May and June. You're just disappointed and regretting the times in the past. Maybe you feel like you've already missed this opportunity. So for example, when we get later, in July, August, September, now maybe you're having an idea and you're wanting to take, now you're really raring to go because you've thought about the things that your regrets that you've let go in the past. Now you're really wanting to take a leap of faith towards something new, but you're kind of trying to gather information at this time about this this new opportunity. You may also be kind of again trying to ignore it. You know, see the way she's like looking away from the sword? It's like a message you may be trying to not give your full attention to, and because it would mean taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. So let's see. At the end of the year, October, November, December, we've got another page, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Wands. So this is interesting. Here we have, this is about a spark which starts off a whole new journey for sure with the Page of Wands. It's a message coming in. It can be quite, I mean, in love it would be quite light-hearted and playful, possibly flirty. So it could just be quite exciting, this Page of Wands, when it comes in, when it's about your work. But it's something that sparks your interest. It really might spark your passion, fire you up. Because then we have this Three of Wands where she is literally climbing that ladder, chasing after that future that we normally see in the distance in the traditional Three of Wands. So this is really, I feel like something's going to be coming in and you're like, oh, this has got my interest. This has piqued my interest. And now I really want to go after this. I want to take every step that I can to get towards this future. So your general advice for your work and career is very good. I feel like, as I said, you're going to be getting a lot of attention this year, Aries. I see potentially multiple opportunities here. That's the thing, of moments where you could have take a leap of faith. So you could be getting multiple messages coming in over the year, being like, oh, hey, we'd love to interview you for this, or hey, you know, have you thought about leaving your current company because blah 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 blah. So here, I think you're going to be getting a lot of attention. Your value is really going to be recognized this year, and as a result, you're going to be getting offers coming in with the Page of Pentacles here again for your consideration. So. And you don't want to miss, with that Four of Cups, as I said at the beginning, you don't want to miss the golden opportunities. So let's get another layer for you, Aries. Let me clarify one more time, please, for Aries for 2021 with the top 10 cards. Oh, and just, of course, a reminder, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every Aries out there. Of course, I hope it does resonate for you. And please leave me a comment. Obviously, you might not know if it resonates yet because it's for the whole year, but leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And if it doesn't resonate, you can always check out your other placements. You might like to do that anyway to get some more information. So the top 10 cards, please, for Aries. To clarify. Okay, in love for Aries, January, February, March. Okay, interesting. April, May and June. July, August, September. Yeah. October, November, December. And your advice. Wow. And in work, January to March. Yeah. April to June. Wow. July to September, October to December, great, and your advice. Interesting. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands, effectively, this Princess of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. So this is really going after your heart's desires very passionately. But interestingly, this particular Knight of Wands speaks about the knowing that there may be a sacrifice involved. She's kind of bringing like a little offering which she sacrifices to in the pursuit of what she wants. So it's an interesting combination, as I was kind of getting that already. Again, we have the High Priestess behind that. So yeah, this is really needing to get in touch with your inner guides, your wisdom. Yeah, you may not be communicating too much. I'm seeing more about love potentially, and it's because you kind of need to take that time to go inside. And the Wheel of Fortune it's been in every single 2021 reading so far, so had to come up once here for you, Aries. So this is obviously, it's the wheels of fate are turning. This is, this is universal involvement for me when the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's seasons changing. Of course, we are doing a yearly spread, so you will, it's just a reminder, I think, as well. The changes are happening here, but there will be moments when we are feeling down and out, but don't forget that the wheel turns, and there will be those highs to the lows again. So there will be it will be summer again, effectively. If there's a time when you feel like this is very difficult, the wheel is always turning. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Pentacles again, like we had as in your love general advice. So this could be a time of, you may be feeling quite independent, or quite I don't want to say cut off, but kind of a bit of a lone wolf at this time, and so there could be the need, again with that Three of Pentacles we saw right at the start, to work with others. Don't close yourself off completely, but this is going to be about your independence as well. Yes, exactly. So we have the Seven of Cups here. Seven of Cups is someone, it's specifically talking about looking for inspiration, going to others and asking for advice quite humbly, accepting none of us know all the answers, and needing maybe to gain some guidance from those more experienced. So, okay, and then we have this Ten of Swords again. So it could be if you're experiencing some sort of ending in a love relationship, Aries, fair enough, it's going to be a very painful one for sure with this Ten of Swords. And again, I'm getting the sense this may have been an ending that you've already actually experienced, and maybe you didn't completely let go. Obviously that's not going to resonate with everyone, but maybe you didn't really completely accept that it was over in some sense, because I say that because here that she's trying to avoid looking at her reflection where she has these 10 swords in her chest. So it's someone who has been seriously hurt, let down, not protected from the slings and arrows, if you like, of life, and she has been very hurt, but she's been trying to avoid recognizing it. So I feel like this may be more that if you've gone through some sort of breakup, then this year maybe about your healing, with that Star card as well we saw at the start, and looking after yourself, gaining your independence back, but also maybe needing to get advice from others on this. It's very difficult when we go through those kind of endings. So let's clarify. So for your love life, Aries, for January to March is clarified by the King of Swords, which is interesting to me because this King of Swords is talking about basically receiving a lot of backlash to your ideas, kind of, and I get the feeling that you may be trying very hard to even maybe have that kind of whole fresh start that I was talking about, maybe start a whole new chapter in love, but you're experiencing some backlash from it, or you're really fighting for this idea and really trying very hard to manifest it, but it's not going to be too easy. I get that because someone is fighting you every corner when it comes to you trying to make this happen. In April, May and June, this kind of being left on pause energy is clarified by the Six of Cups. So I feel like if you're being left on pause, Aries, then you are trying to retain your balance whilst kind of remembering the good times with this person, maybe being quite sentimental, kind of almost, again, it could be, if this is not a relationship that ends here, if this is an ending that's already happened, then you could be leaving someone on pause because you're reminiscing about the past. You're still kind of stuck in the past in a way, emotionally tied to it. Or of course there could be kids involved. I mean, I see the little kid here, and these are depicting children, so there could be the need to take a pause because there are children involved, and I'm not sure about that, but you know, obviously let me know if it resonates. But otherwise, if someone else is leaving you on pause, then yeah, you're maybe missing them at this point whilst they're leaving you hanging. Could go a whole load of different ways. Now, in July, August, September, here is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. So that is very much, that's really very hard energy. So this is kind of acknowledging that you've been left out in the cold, or you kind of, it's a sense of being destitute, I have to say, in love, like kind of being abandoned. It's very harsh energy. I'm very sorry to see this, Aries, but it is, I'm still getting that you're kind of acknowledging this has come to an end and you're moving on from it. And October, November, December, there is that truth, that new beginning, and there is the Four of Swords, interestingly. So there could be this opportunity, but you feel that you need to do more healing. You may not still want to be communicating too much at this time, but I'm just reminded of that whole don't miss the opportunities that are presenting themselves for you this year, Aries. So you may want to be careful if there's something you need to say, and if you're kind of sleeping on it and not communicating, possibly. So just something to bear in mind. Or it could be that someone says something, reveals some sort of truth to you at this time, and maybe about wanting some sort of new beginning with you, and it means that you need to take some time out to think and not communicate with them, which, yeah, that's kind of a stronger message, actually. Now, your overall advice for love is clarified by the Page of Swords. So, the Prince of Swords, but that's the page. So again, this is like an idea. It's I know it can be about spying, and the High Priestess can be about secrets. So you maybe certainly could be finding out something you didn't know before. And I'm not really seeing that anywhere else except with the Ace of Swords. Some kind of truth could be revealed. But for me, what I'm getting is that it may be the need to gather more information. Again, the Page of Swords searches for the truth and searches for information about an idea they might be having, but they don't really take any action and they don't communicate, and neither does the High Priestess. So I'm getting a sense this is going to be a time for like internal reflection for you, Aries, whilst being maybe possibly single. So let's talk about work. So clarifying January, February, March, we have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, something wants to move forward, or maybe you want to move forward, but something is either holding you back or you're holding yourself back. You know what it's going to be, but obviously you'll know at the time. But it's clarifying this Nine of Swords is kind of being kept up late at night, thinking about your decisions, thinking about what you've done, what you might do. It's anxious worry, and it's kind of, you know, those it's that when you try and go to sleep and your brain is like, why don't we think about this for 3 hours instead? It's like that. So and it's interesting, it makes sense to me because these are very contrasting energies. This is like rushing forward and this is holding back. So I feel like you're going to be really confused and doing a lot of thinking about which to do, basically, in this situation. Again, I would say, even if it is up here in your love overall advice, that there's going to be that need to kind of listen to your gut. I feel like it's almost tying in. I just looked at the Seven of Cups again. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be that whole feeling of, do I rush forward or do I hold back? Because what am I really getting myself into here? So in April, May and June is clarified by the Two of Cups. Interestingly, the Two of Cups is a strong partnership. It's a union between two souls. It's like a match made in heaven, if you like. So it's interesting because I could possibly, what is happening in your love life at this time could be affecting your work life, with this kind of someone leaving you on pause. You're reminiscing about them. You could be at this time, it could be you are focused very much on what has gone wrong, maybe in some sort of love connection, and that it might be making you miss some sort of opportunity in work because you're thinking about that. But if not, it could be that there is this opportunity to team up with someone potentially, and you might not really be seeing it because, and again, you're focused on disappointment or regrets of the past. I don't know. It's a lot of messages. Obviously, this is a yearly forecast for a lot of Aries, so I hope that makes sense. But there's this sense of disappointment at this time. Possibly you might be missing an opportunity if you're not careful, and it may be to do because of your love life kind of spilling into your work life. But let's see. July, August, and September is clarified by the Judgment card. So yeah, this is going to be a huge decision. You may need to get more information. But with this Judgment card, this is a moment of reckoning as well, like rushing in. So it's a big moment I see in these months for you. Now again, I see you moving on from something painful in your love life, but it may be freeing you to actually, it may not have been something you wanted to look at before in work, but now, because you're kind of freed, you freed yourself in a different area of your life, you're able to take this monumental new step. It's a very big time for you, Aries, in that July, August, September time of the year. Then in October, November, and December is clarified by the Eight of Wands. All wands. So all action, all fire, all, going after what you want. And I'm very pleased to see this because this is, what I was saying about there's some sort of spark and it really piques your interest. I mean, the Eight of Wands is back and forth, fast-paced energy. It's and this is very, see how she's like bending herself around the wands. It's very being flexible, adapting to this, what's coming in for you at this time. Sorry, my dog has just decided to throw all his blankets on the floor. It's really distracting. Sorry, but really positive. There is something coming in, sparking your interest. You're going after what you want for your future. And I feel like this is when it picks up pace, and it's going to be very, like, you're just going with the flow. There's no conflict here. It's just very positive in terms of your work life at the end of this year. And that could be as a result of this new beginning that you jump into just beforehand, but we'll see. And your overall advice is clarified by the Two of Pentacles now. So this is the need for balance and keeping our equilibrium. So now it could be that with all these different offers coming in, with different people seeing your worth, and you're getting a lot of attention possibly from other employers, maybe multiple offers, then you're going to need to remain balanced and try. Maybe it's that sense of doing what you feel is right for you, and then again, I wouldn't worry too much about these missed opportunities. That could be what you're worried about this year and how you're feeling. But I feel like if you keep the balance inside yourself, you're going to know when it's the right offer for you and when it's not, as long as you keep the inner equilibrium. I hope that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed this video, Aries. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all your support so far this year. I hope you have an amazing 2021. Of course, I'll be back to do monthly love readings, and as the channel grows, I hope to do some other bonus readings as we go along. We'll see what happens. So anyway, just thank you so much again. Have an amazing year, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, Aries. Oh, and please like the video and comment and subscribe. That was the other thing. Okay, thanks. Bye.